What is up, everybody? We are back with another trade recap. Let's get it, man. We being consistent. This is the trade I took today. I'm gonna get straight into it. Silver. I saw before the day started that it was going up. We came from like a little downtrend, like boom, we're going down for a sec, and then it broke this structure before the session, and we're already in this uptrend. So I'm like, okay, bet. Say no more. We are going to take silver if we get an opportunity to. And that's exactly what happened. So, as y'all can see, right here was the zone, 5 minute zone. I just went for a 1 to 1. This was for sure a 1 to 1.5 trade. I just want to feel more comfortable with the strategy before I do 1 to 1.5s on certain trades, to be honest. But we're starting to feel more comfortable. This month has been very well, a very good month. Um, this trade was playing though, man. I was like, bro, what's finna happen? It went all the way down, like it almost lost right here, as y'all can see, and then it went up here. I was like, oh, what? What the heck? But then played again, and then here we go, dub. So I was happy about that. It's the same. It's rinse and repeat, man. We are adding the 3 candle rule to our strategy. We're gonna do that if we see it, but Silver's been throwing some setups, man. Even that one I took last week, if y'all watched that last video, I thought the risk was way too high, which it was. And I'm very glad with the decision I made with it, but it still won too. Like this was like a 1600 risk. And it was pretty high, but it hit 1 to 1. So that was nice. Um, but yeah, that's Monday, y'all. We're halfway through the month. We're being consistent. So we just need to keep on doing that, literally. I'm gonna journal because I've gone a month being consistent. You know what I'm saying? I really haven't gone longer than that. But this whole month, man, I've really just taken setups that went with my plan. And part of that is doing the back testing twice a month and then doing my what's it called? My journaling, just making sure I'm doing these recaps. I'm also reading Trading in the Zone again. So all these things are helping me stay focused, stay sharp, and just God willing, we're gonna stay like that, and we're gonna be able to just keep on taking these trades and let the results speak for themselves. All right, y'all. So today we had silver, gold, and oil that looked like a solid setup. But for some reason, I just didn't feel super confident in either of them. Even though if a trade would have happened, I probably would have took it. So that's something that we gotta kind of fix up on, because it's like when the day first started, I was like, silver is fine. We'll see if we get a setup. Just need the EMAs to align because it's just going up. But like after looking, I wanted it to break this, so it really shows like that we want to keep going up, even though we're in that uptrend. Even when we're in the uptrend, we still gotta break a certain level sometimes, just so it shows that like, all right, yeah, we for real about going up. Oil clearly trending down. We didn't take any setup here, but as you can see, it just kept going down. It didn't give us our setup. Never hit here. And then with gold, there was really nothing here either. So it was just a no trade day. So today we took silver. And I had two options when it came to taking a trade today. With silver, we had this minor break of structure along with, yep, we were going up. And trend was clear. We were just kind of high. Now, I felt like I made a little mistake here with um, my reentry on silver. I got out just because of my emotions. And as y'all can tell, it's pretty much going to win. I should have just trusted the process, but in this case, I just felt so emotional because I could have took gold at the same time, and gold was what actually won. And as y'all can see, while gold is going up, it's 8:15. While gold is going up, silver is all the way down here. It's not doing anything. So I'm just like, dang, if I re-enter with what's going on right now, gold just going up. If it decides to go down a little bit, then silver may not win, you know? So the re-entry was here where I decided to re-enter, just straight up go for that 1-to-1. It didn't win yet. I feel like it will, but as y'all can see, look at this big spike right here. It's going down while gold is having that. But this one is way more exaggerated. And this one is like already at a dang near 3-to-1. Um, so when these type of setups occur, see, look at that. When these type of setups occur, I want to ask myself from now on, like, which one is too high? Like, which one is higher? Which one has more space to move? Because gold had more space to move. These setups are like pretty identical with the minor break of structure, right? But gold just had way more space to move. As y'all can see, we're still on this uptrend, but we have all this that we can fill, while silver just had this big old spike and like a big gap to fill, not really with gold. So I think that's why gold was the better setup. I will analyze that better. Um, that's on me. That's completely on me. Two setups at the same time. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about with that. So I just got out, like literally right when I got in. I was like, all right, bro, I'm out of here. Um, Even if this does win, it is what it is. I just have to be at peace with whatever decision I made, because gold is barely going down. But silver, way more exaggerated with that. If it loses on a re-entry, then I would have lost like a lot for the day. So I have to be willing to understand that if a trade loses and I re-enter, am I cool with losing that again? Because that can happen, right? Now re-entries haven't really lost for real on my while I back test. This one may not lose either. Who knows? But I just I just didn't do it, man. I was like, I can't really commit with this re-entry right now with everything I'm feeling. So that's something that I got to work on internally and just work on my risk management. But that was today. Big lesson learned in terms of just like analyzing two different charts when there's two different trades to take at the same exact time, especially if these are like adjacent pairs like gold and silver. It's kind of like a NAS and US 30 kind of, if they're moving in the same way. Um, but yeah, that was today. I just had to. I just had to, y'all. I had to let y'all know. This is why I didn't re-enter. I know that sometimes your plan is to do one thing and then another thing is happening, so you might have to pivot. And this is exactly why I got out this re-entry so quick in silver, because I realized that gold was the right pair to take. You know, we had two pairs that were the same exact setup, but one won and the other one lost. Now here, the re-entry lost. And once gold decided to go down a little bit, look at this. Gold went down like this, silver went down like this. This is how much more exaggerated it is. And that's why I was like, forget this re-entry, bro. Forget this. And then boom, I would have had two L's for today, which would have wiped out a whole lot, you know? So yeah, I'm glad that I made the right choice today. And it makes me feel a bit better. I'm not gonna lie. It makes me feel better about my decision making, and I just had to be at peace with it. But now I'm really at peace with it. I'm gonna be completely honest. I know that's not the best thing to say, but I feel great. All right, y'all. Let's just get straight into it. Nothing happened today. I'm gonna just be completely honest and not waste y'all time. Look at the charts, man. Gold, the EMAs did not align the whole session. Same thing with silver, and then it started going down. So really nothing happened, and we are just gonna see what happens Friday. But December has overall been a pretty great month so far. I'm recording this late and I need to go to bed, so I'll see y'all. What is up, y'all? We are back. Today is Friday, last day of the week, last trading day of the year, and this is the first trade I took. Let's zoom out. All right. My thinking was, all right, let's get this minor break during the session, and then we go for a 1 to 1.5. It's a good looking setup in my opinion. If we zoom out, we're still overall on an uptrend. We had this big old spike, but we're still overall going up. So I took it right here with a 15-minute confluence, and I just was like, okay, let's. Oh, L, tough. So now I took 2 L's in a row, and I'm like, damn, I'm a little salty. I'm not gonna lie, but at the end of the day, we just got to keep moving forward. I thought it was a good setup, but I was also looking at silver at the same time, and silver finally got something. We had this nice break of structure, and this would have also been a 1 on 1.5. I decided to enter the silver setup as soon as I could. So off this break of the candle, I did. And I know I say like, oh, there's only one setup that I should enter during the day. This one happened right after, bro. I was like, man, let's just get into this setup, bro. So this one was looking pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? It's about to win. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I got out literally right here. I opened my laptop again because I was working, and I was like, we out. We out, bro. Because the risk on here is like higher, but I already accepted it. That's the difference between one of the trades that I took a while ago, where I didn't accept the risk and I got out early. But this one I accepted it. If we lose, we lose. I thought it looked amazing, which it did, and I got out. But this like on a regular day, if I'm not re-entering, you see it won. It went. It's a 1 to 1.5 trade that we're supposed to take this because it's not too high. Look at that. Look at what we've been doing. Now it's not too high. Um, but yeah, this trade went up for like the rest of the day. So that's it for the week, y'all. I definitely felt a lot of emotions today because I took this L on gold and then I had the L on silver the day before. But honestly, I want to really write about that, you know, because if I want to trade long term, I can't let that stuff get to me. Like I just got to take a L and move on. I got to take a dub and move on. If I take a L, we come back the next day. And then if we take a L the next day, then it is what it is, right? But that doesn't mean our strategy sucks. Like that's what kind of went into my head a little bit. Like, oh, the strategy sucks. Oh, what am I doing? But we're 5-2 for the month. You know what I mean? So that's pretty normal. And like we're heading near like the end of the month. So every trade I took this month was a solid setup that went with the plan, which I'm happy about. And I'm pretty grateful for that, man, because the back testing is what's been helping. The journaling's been helping. Making these videos have been helping. So while we wait for next year, we're just gonna keep on back testing, and we're just gonna allow ourselves to keep on learning, and we have good momentum going into 2026, man.